I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is June 17th, Wednesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today, Pam. So you know how we do it over around here, man. For the haters, I don't just be drawing stuff. I know you're like, oh man, I'm tired of hearing you say that shit, bro. Okay, cool. So as you can see, when I made this video on the 2nd of June, today's the 17th, by the way. If you didn't know, and talked about it coming back down, making a high, and then coming back and all this flow, right? We ended up doing it underneath this low here and got into this imbalance that I have highlighted. Oh, that's so cool, isn't it? Now let's take a look at a present video, which was the 15th on Monday. Said that we would retrace back, make a high, retrace. I expected it to take longer as far as days goes, but because of FOMC today, we were going to kind of get this flow maybe faster, and as of now, make a lower high and then come back in, right? And we've done this. We've done this. We've done the drop. We've done the push up. We've done this. We've done the fucking retrace down to here. All of that is fucking drawn. You wanna unfollow me, motherfucker? You okay? Okay. I'm gonna keep winning, pimp. So let's keep it simple. Let me get back to earth here. All right, so this should be highlighted here, and I'm gonna make this quick. Well, let's go, buddy. So thank God for me. I was so exhausted yesterday, and then I ended up working really late trying to do this dumbass indicator stuff. So stupid, I swear. Don't even need it. But I didn't even trade until after FOMC. I skipped the whole morning, which was great. I slept in. I fucking felt great, dude. I needed it. You could tell in my voice that it's like I needed. Heartened. But we did this here, that eighth level, and then retrace back into the 2 to 2.5. Right? Let me not delete, but let me hide this. No, here. So that's the wrong one. Okay, cool. So as you can see, a little shift here, and then lower high. So that's that first drive, fake first drive. Don't even look at this one. It's a fake one too. But and then making internal highs and lows, and then just following through to finally seal this guy. And I mentioned about this guy here. It should be illegal that they didn't mitigate him and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? So that being the case, beautiful coming into probably going to keep it low here for the body because there's no daily body here. So beautiful there. You can see an imbalance on the a bullish imbalance that I could have drawn here, but I mean it's not necessary. We got the gap. We understand the logic here. And look at this here. This, if I was to drag this out, which I'm not because I don't want it to be muddy, but you'll see that 75% there, of the top 75% there. You'll see, just move it over a little bit. You'll see that look to the right. We're tagging that right there. And then I'll get into some more fire. But we get into the 2 to 2.5, and then we pop up. And then now we're reaching that 3.5 to 4, which I had mentioned yesterday. So I hope you guys are eating. Let me know, because I feel like I'm just talking to myself nowadays. And yeah. So what's next here? The other fire here is that when we dropped down yesterday, I talked about that being a buying area. Well, we sank down. We had this nice and possible inversion there, and then we ended up using that to buy back up, right? So just to kind of get that last breakout guy right here. See this guy right here? See to the right? Just swipe that guy real quick, and then they shaked out today. I woke up at like 11 o'clock. It was so amazing. Because I went to sleep late, and I've been needing it. I've been going hard for like 2 months. Damn near. No, well, yeah, about a month at minimum. But my point is that it's needed, in the resting, and then I skipped all this shakeout shit, and I just knew that would happen. I was just like, I wasn't even gonna trade at all today. I was like, I don't need to. Who cares? I'm not trying to get my emotions all wrapped up into this and that. But I kept it simple and waited for the right trade. But you'll see as we shake out here, we do seal the opening range gap, and then we sell initially. Dude, so look at this 25% here. You can see how they were building liquidity there, and then right before the rate announcement, they grab it, and then they sold. I was like, this is like a CPI moment. I'm like, dude, that was I'm just telling myself this is about to fucking drop right here, and beautiful. And I'm like, oh my god, it's like you feel like you're missing out or whatever. And I just got out as soon as we took out this low here, so I said, fuck it. Sold it from up here. Actually, cut the whole thing. But what are we doing? There's two fake moves. So there's the fake move down, so enticing people to sell. I did take a trade here initially, and then it went up against me. So that's fine, no problem. Then it went back up here, and then that was the fake move 2 up. And then I knew the whole goal was, okay, well, you're just chopping around. Lower low, lower high. And then that was your lower low with the drop, and then that was your lower high. Notice it's above that internal high, but it's below that lower high, right? So if I was to draw the structure, so you don't think I'm fucking lying or something, I just look at it like this. I see the noise in between. This is all the same. Don't forget that little shakeout that they did there. That's all bullshit. That's the lower high. See that? That's the lower low. Period. And everything else in between is just bullshit. So anyways, yeah, man, obviously gap there, and then I can't believe, I told myself, and I got out like a little too early, and I was like, bro, stop squeezing it, let it fucking breathe and go down. But I didn't want it whip back on me, and I left it alone, bro. And that was what the case was. So I don't think I really need to discuss more of this. You can see everything here, but just remember this. You'll see how it coincides with the my ROG levels. So 1 second, let's go into, because what I'm mad about is I should have, instead of taking it to, I should have held it to this next quad, because this is obviously empty, and then the next 25% was going to be the draw in general speaking, and I just decided to play it safe. And I don't care if it's over $100,000 trade. You know what I mean? I don't care about. I'm trying to get away from this because I'm now sitting here. I'm always trying to get these $100,000 trades, and obviously we're in the right environment to do it. But it's just I noticed that I'm trading P&L. So let's move forward to the lower time frame here before I go into the other stuff here. You already saw this, right? So I do have the grid on here. And there is a difference of 2 points, 0 to 2 points sometimes. Look at it live. Look at it moves. See how it's moving? See it's 1 point. Then it's close. Oh, that was 4 points, and then so the grid. You should this should be moving. Well, I don't know why it's not moving. It should be jumping. I don't know why it's not jumping. It should be like moving. Whatever. It's not that serious. But the midnight level was coupled. Whew. Where'd the fucking midnight level go? Yeah. See that midnight level? That's sitting on a just bear with me, please. It's sitting on a that 64th right there. So you have a 16th in the red that I'm highlighting. You have the 32 that's sitting right there. You have the whole number that's in the big black, right? See that? And then that midnight level is sitting on that motherfucking level. Wow, look how we bounce around it. Oh, and then you watch this algorithmic fucking fire, buddy. Look how it's right below the 25%. All right, the 25%. Look at that. And they were building it here. And I was like, I'm watching, I'm not doing anything. I was like, dude, I watch it sell and it sold. I was like, you crazy. And then look where they did. Look where the bodies are stopping right here. It's on the midnight level plus my level, not even the 25% level. Look how we tag it. Look, just look at it for a second. And you're telling me that buyers and sellers could have done that, bro? No. That's why I'm able to do what I do. Because I got specific levels here. So now that we've went through all this bullshit with the shakeout, I'm not even going to describe all this. I don't need to. Shakeout. All right, shakeout. I'm looking at it as a bearish day. Yesterday, I should have also said that in the video that I was just assuming a bearish day, right? And then I expected Wednesday to also be a bearish day. So, again, I was sleeping during this, but as you see, came down to the 50, played around, swiped them up. Came down to the low, didn't take it out, and then it didn't seal it, and then brought right back up to the top, bro. Listen, so this is why you don't trade the AM session, okay? So it's not worth it, and that's just as simple as that. So then you'll see the real move. Okay, so let the real move happen. What am I gonna do? Hold the trade from here to here? I'm not. This ain't that, dude. No. Let it drop. Let it do its thing. Came right into where? Okay, I'm going to just show you on this chart only first. Came into, so I have the current gap in the purple, and then I have an old week gap in the gray below. Okay, that's all that's going on there. And then as you can see, obviously the breakout area right there. Boom. And we're just coming into it. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than this, guys. As far as the logic goes, I'm not saying this is horrible. This is very difficult. I mean, and then that's why you should know if you are catching any of these trades to take the profit, because A, it's good, it's already good movement. B, it's a shakeout. It's generally speaking going to hunt and consolidate and chop you up, right, before the actual real moves happen. You want to wait for that. If you're new, I'm speaking to someone specifically, but notice how we have the current day gap here underneath the settlement, and it's right there. And then just pay attention to this 16th right here. You'll see that's going to be influential, because they missed it by a tick, and they did it on purpose because they were going to run through it. And then take a look at that right there. Beautiful, comes in, bounces up. So when it bounced up, this is a back to breakout. I wasn't going to buy this either as a falling knife. So this is a back to breakout trade, right? So it's a breakout low, and then we come right back up. So when I got into here, I took this sell here because this imbalance that broke through is a high probability imbalance. Okay, so then they rammed up again. Okay, so I took a loss. There, and then here, this was in profit, and I was like, "Hey, dude, take the fucking profit out, because this could be a higher low, and they could ram back up higher." Because I'm just to be real with you, this was an easy sell. Like, there was moments where I could have easily pushed sell in a momentum situation. My brain was like, sell it. It's going down. It's fucking coming down. So they came back up. I said, okay, dude. I didn't take the profit. It squeezed back up real quick. See how they did that? But I was okay. I'm okay with that. I was like, all right, fine. I'll get you when you come up. You're gonna probably come up in this and take out this liquidity, because that was easy. It's a data high. So let's go. And it took the data high out. Now you'll see where we have a divergence, and then we come back down. So let's go into this trade. Boom, boom. All right. Take a look, baby. Take a look. So you can see here that now I have just this levels. Whoa, what's happening here? Why is the grid missing from here? I didn't take it off, and it's not off because you can see it down here. Oh, I didn't even notice that. What, did it not screenshot it? What the f? I'm just noticing this now. Wait a minute. Real quick. What the fuck? Where is it? Hold on a second. Okay, I understand what happened here, because the indicator, once it goes into the new pane, we'll call it, between these levels here, what happens is that the indicator forgot to add. I have an auto script where it just adds it's supposed to add the next grid to the next standard deviation where it's going, and then it took away the one up top. So that's what it was. No big deal. But I can't show you on the trade because it was there, and then when I took the screenshot and it came down, that disappeared. So that's fine. Okay. Let me see how I can do this. So you'll see here that we had that first imbalance from today, by the way, right there. You can see that. Okay, right there. See that? That was the 938 one I used. And then we were above it, below it, above it, below it. Notice how we, yeah, very close to it, and then we shot through it. And then from here, we took off. So, real quick, I'll just explain it on this for a second. So we came in and look at that imbalance right there. And I was like, when I took the sell, I was like, man, come on and go through. But that would have been a little too easy. So I was a little naive, but it's a model. So I just failed, and it was a higher low. And then it came up. I said, okay, cool. No problem, guys. All right, that's the lower low. This is just internal. You want to come up and raid. No problem. And it did. It came up where? So notice how it came up. Keeps now when it's here, you don't expect it to sell from here because you should have never made another high after this high specifically. Like you shouldn't have. That should have been protected, and then that control of price here should have held. But it's a manipulation day, so what do you expect? So it comes up. Here's the first imbalance. They want to come up higher, and then we have a divergence going on with Nas. So one of them is going to go up. Nas is going to come up higher, and I'm waiting for that divergence as well. And then that was just that, right? So let's see here, and then you can see a higher high here with Nas. We had lower highs here at the rate announcement. So just beautiful sell. That's why I was like, dude, no way, bro. I mean, I've traded a million CPIs, especially on Dow, especially gambling. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I used to catch these bitches all the time, but I would never do it again. Never. No need to. There's no need to. But okay. So, anyways, let's get back to this, so you can see the fire. Just to make it real quick, when it's coming up here, look where it tagged my level. Look where it tagged. Oh, you think this is random? You think I just caught this because I'm fucking just pushing sell on everything? Look, is that a specific level? That's the 128 level. We just swept that. We got a divergence. I'm smacking them. Overbought. I'm smacking them. I ain't worried about it. Boom. We get this inversion. Closes below. I get a signal to sell. This should be my sell here. Here, right? But I got my little secret grid back here. So, boom, comes in, induces a high, and then this is a short-term high. So then we get an intermediate term high here. And also on the same premise here, right? So you got the long-term swing here, and then you have an intermediate, and then an intermediate right there, right? So that was the structure it's expected. And then rolled through, man. So now that you see that, obviously I'm highlighting the low here, and then I'm highlighting this 128th. And that was the window that I expect price to go to. Now it's the same window, it's still there. So now we have tagged it here, and my emotions are just running a little high because these numbers it's just very hard to grow into this new leverage, and it's crazy. It really is. But again, I've been working so hard for this. And my little losses now, they add up to like big losses. I mean, but at the same time, the thing is that it's not that serious because of the fact that I allow 2 shots, 3 shots. That's it. If it's wrong, it's fucking wrong, right? Let them go the other way. I might even flip the other way, right? I know the options every single day of what it's possibly going to do or can do. So I know I'm going to be catching large moves, right? So I won't get into win rate and all this conversation because, and you're probably like, dude, I want to hear about that stuff. Well, I mean, it's obvious what I'm saying right now. So anyways, as you can see, that's why I was also taking these sells here because we were jumping up into this. So I used instead of the low here, okay, the wick is the last up candle. So on a smaller time frame, there's an up candle right there, right? And it's just a rejection wick as well. So it's counted as a control of price. Notice the high is there. We don't hit it. So I was like, So, but that's okay. They did this perfectly. They set me up like it was perfect the way they did it. It was perfect the way they delivered. I mean, they dropped through it. It bounced back up. I'm not going to buy this, but I saw it buying. I was like, dude, it's in a perfect spot to buy it. And then sure enough, they came right back. And when they came back, I said, oh, okay, I was patient, quote unquote. And then it came right back. I said, oh, I'll just sell it. And I sold it, and it came into, and it said this was a big figure level in the black, sitting on 50% of that imbalance. That is all algorithmic. Come on, man. So I knew right away. I was like, dude, this ain't gonna keep going through, bro. It ain't gonna keep going through. And sure enough, they whipped it back. Beautiful. Even then, I took loss. It's beautiful. The loss is beautiful. You want to know why? Because I know what's next. You know what's next. They're buying up. And then after that, I know what's next. It's going to sell. Period. I'm only getting into this trade because we tagged that 128th level that I just showed you. Beautiful. We just went above this. All right? And then look at the bodies right there confirming. No more bodies inside. Big candles coming. Bam. Same with this. Beautiful. Here I was like spooked for a second. And then I was like, yeah, I want to just rate this guy. Right? Because they're selling the see these ways. They're selling the idea of selling. And they rate it. This is just advanced structure. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just all started closing over. I was just like, let's go, baby. Let's fucking go, baby. So, all right. I think I've tooted my horn enough. And then, am I missing something? And then I've already explained this, didn't I? And then we had that little higher high with Nas, that little raid of internal, and then we had lower highs here. Beautiful. And I'm just kicking myself that I didn't hold it longer, because I know that we're going into, where do you think I know where we're going into? Here. We want to seal it. We didn't come all the way down here. What they did is that I put it too tight and then they wicked me up. So I should have allowed a retracement of 70%. So this high, that low, and then that high, that's about a 61. And I should have allowed around a 60%. So I squeezed it too tight, but to be honest with you, I wanted to be out. So it didn't matter what it did. And I didn't want to risk it, coming back in and then waiting for tomorrow, I'm just not gonna hold it and do all that. And then that's that, man. So let me move forward, and then dollar, beautiful here, fucking at 2 o'clock, moving up all the way, and then I told you about us probably using this as a support, and shut up. That move is solidifying this coming back down. So come back up and then coming back down. See it? You see it? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm feeling some type of way where I've called all this selling, I've called all this buying, I've called this selling, I've called this buying, I've now called this selling, and I'm not getting no motherfucking love. So I mean, hey, if you don't care, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all gravy. So that's dollar pushing up, and as you see, VIX pushing up. I ain't gonna go into that. And then Dow coming back finally to the gap right there. All right. So we want to put a body down there, daily body. So I expect it coming down a little bit more. And it's just a little early for it to be happening, though. That's the thing I'm a little confused about. But very small opening range gap for them inside the present day gap. So, shake out. Above it, below it. Above it, below it. Look how the fulcrum point center of that is right there. So, I mean, they want you to think that buyers and sellers were able to agree to be able to do all that. Now see this here? This is why I've seen this. So it could pop up and sell into the breakout area guy right here. See that? Just went right through, right? So instead of it being this breakout level or this breakout level or this breakout level, they came to this breakout level, right? And then even this guy almost to the tick, this guy, but they left that guy alone. But it's a logic. The whole point is that, it's oversold, back to overbought, so lower low, lower high, and then, it's a bearish day here. So, You have your accumulation of buys here, manipulation up, and then you have your distribution down. Two sells. So sell one, sell two, just fire here with Dow. S&P, same shit, but a lower high again. Okay, as you see, a lower high. And what did we have here? We have a higher high. So there's a divergence right there alone on the higher time frame. That's very key as well. So anyways, well, it didn't matter because we knew it was gonna come back in. So look at S&P real quick, and a nice little shakeout there. All right, high, low, higher high, lower low. All right, and they let them breathe right there. See that shit? See that shit? They let them breathe here, and they let them breathe here. That was nice of them. That was real nice of them. They weren't that nice with Nas. But see, you see, I'm showing you, you're seeing two different options, right? So we know the options. That's why I'm able to sell above this high, because I know the options. Did I expect it to keep going up? No. Why? You didn't come down here and then you're not going to grab this inefficiency. I mean, it's fucking unfair. It's literally unfair. So, we got it, pimp. Just go ahead and take a look at this, and I don't want to get into it. I'm tired. I'm tired from being tired, actually, so I might even take another rest day after this, but I want to finish some indicators. But yeah, man, coming into the range. So the low of the range, high of the range, we're coming back into it. Right now, this is, don't worry about the verbiage here. It's still incorrect. I'm still working on it, man, but I want to watch it live still as it fails, but. And then 50% of that gap here from the continuous contract. And then, am I missing something here? And then NVIDIA had that gap here as well. So they slowly came into it too as well. So I see this as a shift of structure though. I'll tell you that. See this? Low, lower, high. Low, lower, high. Lower, low. Shift. Retrace for a higher low. I think it's going to buy from here. And I was, and maybe someone will follow me for this reason too, but I said it might come underneath here, and it didn't. I still think it should. I mean, if I was them, I thought they would have done that and then shot the hell up. That would have been like, makes sense. And then maybe I'm retail, and that's too obvious. And they did it. They did it before. Maybe can it still be a lower high here and come down in? Yes, it can, because this guy right here. See this breakout guy right here, and then boom. See that? And then they think they're safe here. So here and here, does it want to come down and then pop up, or does it want to pop up from here? I'm starting to think that it's going to pop up from here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Does it matter? When I made a video on the 26th, we're talking of May. All right? And I talked about this same flow. On the 26th, I made the video. 26th. We're the 17th. So seasonality is my power, bro. I mean, how can I make this up? How can the news and everybody combine together create this structure, and I've already drawn it? I'm not getting no love. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm feeling some type of way. Either you eating, you don't need me no more because you learned so much. I don't know, whatever it is, it's good. Maybe the videos are too long. I don't know. I don't care. But at the same time, baby, it don't get better than this. Look, little speaker there. See that? See the origin? See this high, low. Higher high, lower low. Higher high, lower low. And up for almost a new higher high. And on the futures contract, didn't take it out. This and yeah, I'll be honest with you, that's another bogus ass thing. But notice, so futures is late to the party of taking that high out. They will eventually, and once the seasonality keeps rolling. But my point is that that's pretty bogus that they didn't do it. Number one, but two, notice I didn't get married to that. I'm sure there was a lot of people long today, and why they would be long today, I have no idea. When you got a fucking gap that's empty right there, what? Why? Now, can you take a buy? I took a buy from up here. Where was it? Here. I took a buy there. Okay, on Monday when we were here. Why? Because I knew psychologically that we're not going to come down in here first. And then the second day was transition. It was a bearish day. And then the next day, Wednesday, now they're bear, and then they fucking rolled in here. Okay, this is very beautiful, to be honest with you. So it's intuition, man. It's a feeling. I mean, I can't teach that. I'll never be able to teach that. So that's why some people will never make it in this, because they just either don't got it, or they just don't have enough chart time, and they don't care. Dude, I work hard in my analysis and my constant keeping up. I'm not a slave to it, but I'm constantly like really like seeing and learning of my own mistakes, of my I won't I'm not going to do a TED talk right now, but anyways, yeah, and 12 to 19, you can see I have it bullish here, right? So we had the push up from the 12, so it was 11-12. So here's 11-12. We came up here and we topped out on the 16th. So with FOMC, and I mean, hey, they're moving. This is going to be really interesting right now, because again, I still believe in this, where we pull back and we push back up, and then we do this here. So we've done this, we've done all of this, and we've came back down. Now here it's going to get tricky. It really is, because I mean, it's too early. For me, the sells into here was pretty obvious. So, but from now, we're on oversold. So we might be consolidating here pretty nicely between 18 and 19. I would like to say that they do this. I'll draw it. I'll fucking draw it. But I don't want to. I really don't, because I've already got the flow. But I feel like, I just, how can I put this? I mean, if I was them, I would, it's hard to tell. I would do this. Um, I know this looks crazy, right? Because we made the low, we made the internal high, we made the high. This was an internal high for them. And then we come down, instead of coming all the way back down perfectly and then buying up. I mean, that would be kind of fucking crazy. I would expect a little fucking manipulation, or time distortion, we should call it. That's why I was giving those examples of that price action, remember, over here, where I was talking about, when I was talking, you remember, I was talking about these little phases there, kind of like this shit here, where we pop up, we retrace, we pop back up here, and then we roll over. That's kind of like what I'm kind of expecting here. So something like where it pops up, gets this, because now look at this. I mean, this is easy to sell. It was easy. It was not hard to sell. It wasn't. It was a lower high. So now we need to come back up, and so who's made money? They've already took care of this, right? Do they want to come in? I'll wait for them. So logically, they're holding the bag, selling from here. So they're gonna. I would say rip it back up. Okay, it's been a bearish day, right? It's been a bearish day, so it might not come up all the way up here. It might do something like this. You know what I'm saying, and then I was just trying to say, like, I would like to see, because the seasonality is real strong. And the last, if you look at, I can't show you obviously, but if you look at between the 20th, man, so between now and the 22nd, it's like it's up at first. So like, it's like some shit like this even. Okay? And then now we have completed that push up. Even though it did come back, we finally got that push up. All right? And then this, like, it's the 23rd now, blah blah blah. And then they come back to raid this buys, because everyone thinks it's going to be buying here and maybe hold. I don't know. And then make a new high, right? So I hope that makes sense. It's again, I wish I could just show you seasonality, but I cannot show another person's work. But eventually, we're going to want to see this daily imbalance hold price type of thing. And then there's a bullish one here I can draw, but I don't want it to be too much, but you would want that to hold too as well. So I hope this is making sense for you. But and then 3.5 to 4, we're reaching that in this leg here, and then my videos are long because I do real time analysis too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this might be kind of pretty where we come in, we pop back up into the the example I just made before this into here, and then maybe roll over into this area here. But I'm not looking forward to what's next, depending on what Asia London does. But I want to take a step back, and then what I'm really interested in is this next move, which is the higher low, which is like I said, I've been drawn this one, this next move, the next higher low, which is this. I keep drawing it. You see me, right? We already got this one here. We've already got it. Now this is what I'm interested in, and I think I need to be patient and wait because that is going to happen around the 25th. So in between like the 18th and the 22nd, the 18th and the 22nd. You heard me say it. For anyone who's been watching, around the 18th to the 22nd, because it's gonna do its thing when it like this. Like you see how it turned, and it took how many days to do it, right? So I'm looking for these higher lows here, over here between the 18th and the 22nd. We good? We good? We Gucci, homie? So we'll see what it does from here. I've made my year already, honestly. And these last weeks, these past 2 weeks. Last week I had damn near $300,000 trades. And then, well, one was a day, and then the second was a trade, and then the third one was a trade, and then today is another one. And for anyone that wants to quit or thinks that they can't do this, what I've learned in the whole process is trust your analysis, keep your losses small, know when to stop and not go on tilt and walk away for that moment if you need to. Well, you must, obviously, and then and not have fear, because we know the markets provide, and hold for your trades, right? And that's, I don't know what else I could say, but work hard and constantly believe in yourself with the confidence. That's why I talk the way I talk. Like it's hard to have this confidence consistently. It is, but I've known this now for a long time, for decades, that it's the real secret here. But anyways, I think I'm done here, and then you can see. Look at the weekly came back into this top range of the 0 to 1 to -1. This whole one standard deviation, the 50% range. So from there to there, which is pretty fair. And then we bounce right up from it and that's a pretty nice tidbit. I made the video long, and I don't really know what else to say. Did I go over these? I'm sorry, maybe I didn't. And this is where I'm upset. So just got out right here, and instead of holding it for there, obviously wide open there. And what am I missing? Look at the 930 opening around that top 25% quadrant. Look at this here, pre-New York here, or whatever time. You see 16th, holding the price by the bodies too. Look at that. Beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. All right, no bodies here, and then we tag that 930 one more time, because they know they're using that to sell pimp. And then did I show this already? I'm sorry, I don't know if I did it already. I think I did, didn't I? And then oh yeah, I did because I showed this, right? I'm tweaking. I can't even remember. Um yeah, I did show this. So yeah, that's why I'm upset because I wanted to hold to seal it. But you know, I was fair. So yeah, there's nothing else to say here. So I think you guys take care. God bless.